Yeah, man, I'm a big fan of Richard Petty. In fact, I talked to him. He was up on the hauler right after the race started, and he was up there by himself. And man, Richard's always just been a great friend. And I walked up there and we talked for about 5, 10 minutes, and then I left him alone. But man, it was cool to see him at the racetrack, and the car was running good. We talked about when he raced all those years at Darlington, and talked about how excited he was because he thought the 43 car was really strong, had been strong all year and strong there at Darlington at the time. But Bobby Hamilton, John Andretti, Richard's had some winning cars over the years. But as the sport evolved and the years clicked off, and it just gets more expensive, that you got to have big budgets. And unfortunately, with Richard Petty Motorsports over the year, Petty Enterprises, they just didn't have the type of sponsorship that it took to compete for wins at that level. You know what I mean? And
They didn't really delegate things either.
well, so Richard, I don't, like I said, I don't know all the business side of it, but I know the last 4 or 5 years he's had a partner, but man, it feels different now. I know he's part owner in this in his GMS Petty Racing, but Maury Gallagher, I think I might be saying
Yes.
is right. Just very great businessman, and his other businesses are doing well, successful. He loves racing, and it seems like to me that he has the resources that it takes to compete at the level they're competing at. And man, to bring Richard Petty in, and the people around Richard, and all the new excitement, the technology, the engineering, the next gen car, I just think it feels different. And I think we're going to see Erik Jones a lot in victory lane. You know what I mean? Because I mean he's one of the. I mean I just have a lot of belief in how good this kid is. I mean you don't go drive for Joe Gibbs Racing not just being just okay. You know what I mean? And but man, I just think it's a great fit. And like I said, they haven't even been this organization, this team hasn't even been together a year yet. I mean, I think they're 9 months into this deal, and they've already won a race. And man, I just think it's going to get bigger and better for this organization and for Erik Jones. And I think it's a great fit for everybody.
And
Yeah,
Tyler, I don't know if you would agree with this, but man, getting that win with Erik Jones and early on the building that they've done and the fact that he's been there 2 years now, it kind of gives me like Martin Truex Jr. Furniture Row vibes, where it took that first year, really wasn't the best. And then Truex was able to pick up a victory in his second season with Furniture Row, and they were just building on something and kept getting a little bit better.
Yeah, I can certainly see that. I think that's a fair comparison. I hadn't even thought about that, to be honest, in that way. But yeah, the future is bright, and I'm happy for Erik that he's leading. He is the flagship driver of that program. He's somewhere where he's wanted, and that they're moving in the right direction. I mean, you talk about how things have changed. I think now Erik, if he were a free agent, would be heavily desired. It wouldn't be like what he was at Joe Gibbs, where he was chased out the door. If Erik Jones was a free agent right now, he would have a lot of suitors, I think, of teams interested. Things have changed in the right direction. Erik Jones has proven himself, and Petty GMS Racing have proven themselves.